Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you a model that I'm very excited about. This is the Super S, or Special S, or whatever you want to call it. Anyways, it's that classic S that you'll see everywhere, maybe drawn on the bottom of a desk. I really like how the color changes on this one. I think it's pretty cool. So yeah, with that being said, here's how to fold it. Alright, so for a model this size, I'm going to start with a 6-inch square, but you could totally do something smaller if you felt like it. This model is easy medium level complexity, so it's very manageable. Alright, so we're actually going to start this model colored side up, and let's valley fold diagonally in half in both directions. Alright, let's unfold, and then we're going to fold horizontally and vertically in half. And let's unfold, and then now we have to make our borders, so we're going to make a few pinch marks. So let's bring this edge up to this crease, and we're just making a pinch. Just in the middle like that. So we've got 1, then we're going to do 2, we'll go 3, and then 4, bringing it up to this last pinch point. And then this one we're going to fold all the way across. Try your best to keep it even, but this can be kind of tricky. Alright, not the most even line in the world, but I tried my best. Alright, now we're going to rotate and repeat the process that we did here on here. Alright, now let's rotate. And then now all that we have to do is, we don't have to do these pinches, we can just fold this edge up so that it reaches this point here. Like that, and then we know that this line is the same thickness as this one. And again, fold all the way across. And again, also, this edge should touch this point here. And just try to make it as even as possible. And then rotate, and we're going to do the same thing. Alright, like that. And be careful not to rip the paper, because it can be very easy during this step. I probably should have mentioned that beforehand. But anyways, that is our border. Alright, now let's turn over, and we're going to valley fold this edge up to this crease. And let's do the same on this side. Alright, let's unfold, rotate, and repeat, folding both edges to the center line. Alright, let's unfold, and let's turn over, and we're going to fold a square base on existing creases. So let's valley fold this up, and valley fold the little points at the corner as well. Alright, now we're just going to reverse fold this side in on the existing creases, and then do the same on this side. Alright, now let's rotate so the center point is facing upwards and these flaps are facing towards you. And we're going to do a small bird base, so you want to bring this crease up to this crease. And we're only going through this first layer. So just a pre-crease like that, then let's unfold. And then do the same on this side, bringing the crease to the crease. Alright, now let's hold it here actually, and make sure it's nice and aligned with this crease. And then we're just going to mount and fold this down, aligning it with this edge. Just a pre-crease. Then unfold, and then unfold this bit. Alright, now let's turn this over and just do the same thing. So bring the crease to the crease, and then the same on the right side, crease to crease. And you'll notice this edge should also line up with this crease as well. Alright, let's unfold. Alright, now we're going to want to do the petal fold with this, so let's open it up on this edge, and then just squeeze the sides in on the existing creases. And it should end at this valley fold, and then just make sure it looks the same on this side too. Alright, like that. Let's open this up. This still won't lie flat, so let's take this top edge and let's squash it down evenly so that this point aligns with the center crease. And then let's valley fold up between these 2 points. There we are. Alright, now it's still not going to lie flat down here, and to fix that we have to do the same thing on the other side. So let's turn over and let's petal fold up on the existing creases. So just push this side in, and then this left side in. And then if we spread this open, you'll see that this bottom half lies flat now. Just make sure these are folded down like that. You'll see that this top bit doesn't lie flat yet, and we just have to do the same thing. So just bring this point down to the middle. Make sure it's nice and even with the layer behind. And then just valley fold it up. This time we can just go point to point. Alright, now let's open this up here, and we're going to have this layer in the middle. You can put this maybe to the top side if you want, and then just flatten this, and then we're going to bring these 2 sides. Actually, let's bring them both up, why not? And then there we have the base for our Super S. Alright, so here's the basic base for our S. If we look side by side, this is kind of the outline, and then these 2 are going to be these little squiggly bits here, so let's focus on that. So let's fold this one down so that we can just focus on this one for now. And now we're going to make a valley fold connecting this point and this point. So just valley fold down. Alright, and then let's open this up and let's squash fold down like this. And then let's pre-crease a petal fold, so bring this edge to the center crease. And then same on this side. And then let's unfold, and then let's petal fold this up on those existing creases. Alright, and then let's valley fold this bit behind so that this top bit will lie nice and flat. Like that. Alright, now we're going to rotate and repeat. So again, just valley fold down, squash fold, and let's petal fold up. And then fold this bit behind. Alright, now these are the bits that we can turn into the S shape, but if you notice the original design had these little divots on the side, and right now ours just looks straight. So now we're going to do a step that I think is pretty fun. So we're going to turn over, and then we get to open it up by pulling these out, and then just pull it enough so that it's nice and straight on these sides. Like that. And then now you can see, look at that, it already made the divots inside, so I thought that was kind of fun. Anyways, now what we have to do is make sure this lies flat, because currently this is very up in the air. So we're going to make kind of like a rabbit ear here, so just bring this back edge to this front edge, and then same on this side. Use these fingers to kind of push it down, and then do the same on this side, so just kind of push it in like that. And then we can make these flaps lie flat, bring the right side upwards and the left side downwards. And now we should have this. Alright, so right now it looks pretty good, but we've got a few more steps to make it look more accurate to the real thing. So we're going to take this point and we're going to crimp it a little bit. And how far? We're going to crimp it to this point, which, if I open this up, is the start of this point. So You won't be able to see where it starts, but you can feel it right here. And we're just going to crimp it so that the point is no longer diagonal and that it's vertical. And you can use these two side lines as a guide to see how vertical it is. Like that. And while we're here, let's just do the other side. So yeah, same thing. The crimp should start at this hidden point inside that you should be able to feel. And yeah, just use these lines as a guide here. Alright, now to lock these in place, because these are kind of flappy a bit, we're going to push this inside. What that was is just taking this layer and then tucking it inside this pocket. Then we're going to do the same on this side. And this can be kind of tricky, because when you're tucking it in, this one can easily fall out. So a trick is, let's put this one back in, and then hold it with your thumb and your fourth finger back here as you push this one in. Use this finger at the back to kind of open it up, and then you can push it in with your pointer finger. Takes a little bit of finessing, but you get used to it. Also, you don't want this flap to be under here. Have that stick out. It makes it lock a little bit better, and it makes the flap longer as well. And then, yeah, we could just fix up this side a little bit. Okay, sorry, that took a bit longer than I thought. And yeah, just one more step. If you look at these, the lines don't perfectly match in some places. So what you want to do is, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So the final step is just to open this and just pull out this little hidden layer, and then just squash fold it in a way that makes sense. So if we look at this layer, you can see this is thicker than this one, and then now here both layers are the same thickness. So yeah, just go around taking this out and then repleating it, I guess, so that it's nice and even. Let's do the same on these ones. And then we have these 4 bottom ones that we also want to do it on, because you can definitely see the layers are definitely not the same thickness. So open up this little bit here, and then repleat it so that they are the same length. And yeah, just do it on these other 3 corners. Alright, and now we have finished our Super S. I hope you enjoyed this model. I had a lot of fun designing it. And yeah, in the meantime, have fun folding. Bye.